Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. We begin tonight with a developing story out of the Lone Star State. Texas officials say 44 migrants were found dead inside a semi-truck in San Antonio Monday. That information from a San Antonio City Council member who spoke to the city's police chief. 16 others were taken to the hospital. No word on the extent of their injuries. Authorities haven't said what happened or why the people were inside of the truck. We're learning more about the lives of the victims who died last week in that fatal Huey helicopter crash in Logan County. Loved ones tell us they were the kind of people who would give you the shirt off of their backs and were brilliant minds and influences from all over the country. Kimberly Donahue spoke with a man who says he knew both victims from the Chapmanville area, who says it will be tough to move forward without his friends.
Jim Baston says his friends Marvin Bledsoe and Jack Collins have been with him through all of life's special moments.
We met in first grade. I went to 12 years of school with him. He was a good friend, good guy, help if he could, mind his own business. Jack, we met probably 40 years ago. We used to ride horses together, and we rode motorcycles together, just good friends, good people.
Collins and Bledsoe died in a helicopter crash in Logan County last week. It killed all 6 people on board.
We had heard about the crash, but we didn't dream it would affect us like this, because 2 of my good friends, and grown men ain't supposed to cry, so. But I loved them both, and they're gone just like that.
Jim says Chapmanville is like one big family, and losing Jack and Marvin is like losing 2 core members. But just like any family, the town will come together with faith, move forward, and honor their memory.
God's got a plan for everything, and we don't know what his plan is. We just see the small picture, and he sees the world.
Jim says he'll work on honoring his friend's memory by the way they used to, enjoying the ride of life.
We just get together when it was, sometimes, and go riding to the breaks or just anywhere. It's not where you're going, it's who you're going with. So when you got somebody you love, tell them, because you might not get another chance.
That was Kimberly Donahue reporting. The sister of Donald Sandhoff, who is from Durham, North Carolina, described her brother as one of the kindest men who loved everyone. Sentencing was delayed today for a Southern Kentucky mother who pleaded guilty to murder. Clay Circuit Court officials say they had electrical issues this morning, forcing the delay. Amber Bowling pled guilty to murder back in May. In December of 2018, police say she put her baby in a garbage bag and threw it over a banister. The newborn suffered fractured ribs and brain bleeding. Bowling faces up to 40 years in prison. Sentencing is now set for August 1st. Whitesburg police say 2 people were arrested after a pursuit ended in a wreck on Monday. Officers say a vehicle fled during a traffic stop. The pursuit continued across US 119 south over Pine Mountain. The vehicle blew out a tire and crashed into a utility pole. Whitesburg PD say 2 people were arrested and charged with fleeing and evading police, as well as possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. In Bell County, a man is charged with criminal littering after deputies found loads of trash near a road. Take a look at these pictures. You can see the piles of trash. Deputies say they found buckets of stagnant water and other items with a foul smell. It forced someone to file a complaint. 55-year-old David Baker admitted to deputies this was his way of relieving stress. Baker is facing a criminal littering charge. He also had warrants out for his arrest. There may be something unsafe on your patio. Solar-powered umbrellas from Sun Villa Corp are being recalled to a potential fire hazard. The Consumer Product Safety Commission reports these items were exclusively sold at Costco stores in the U.S. and Canada from December 2020 through May 2022. CPSC report that the batteries inside the umbrellas' solar panels can overheat to a point that leads to ignition. Customers are advised to return these umbrellas to the place of purchase for a full refund.
Well, an excellent evening continues around the mountains tonight, looking pretty nice as we've had a beautiful evening and we're in for a beautiful calm overnight around the mountains. Outside, a look at the calm skies from our camera at the University of Virginia's College at Wise. Well, it's dark, yes, but you can see some of the stars there if you look close enough. They sit at 63, a little warmer as you head toward London Corbin Airport. They're sitting at 68. Planes still on the runway from earlier. All is quiet at the airport right now. High temperatures remain low to mid 80s today is where we ended up. Jackson, just at the very last part of the day, boosted up to 80 there, or at least rounded up to 80. They had 79 earlier, but the official high will go down eventually is 80, 82 in Hazard. It was 84, the official high there in London, and many of us pretty nice. Those technically all below average, by the way. Temperatures still around the region, already cooling off. Low 60s, Manchester and Harlan. Middlesboro, Jonesville in the mid-60s. A few 70s still hanging out. Somerset's at 70 exactly. In fact, they are the only 70 in our region. We'll continue to see temperatures drop eventually into the 60s tonight. Those dew points are in the 50s, so we could perhaps see those temperatures drop into the 50s tonight. Pinpoint Doppler, it's all clean and clear, a clean sweep around the region. We'll continue to see that as we run through the remainder of tonight. Satellite and radar, yeah, the last of our front even pushing off the eastern seaboard, so we are in fantastic shape for the rest of the night. As we head through tonight, mid-50s out there, mostly clear, rather pleasant as we finish out tonight. The very latest on another beautiful day ahead, and when we could see the return of some showers coming up in just a little bit. Keaton?
Thank you, Evan. State health leaders are investigating Kentucky's first probable case of monkeypox. The patient lives in Jefferson County. Doctors tell us the disease is spread through close contact with another person who's infected with the virus. The CDC reports air droplets during sexual activity between two people or touching a surface like clothes or bed sheets. It's the primary cause of the spread.
If somebody is sick, fever, lymph nodes, flu-like symptoms, you want to stay away from them. Or somebody definitely that has a rash, you want to stay away from them. And then you need to inform, if you develop any symptoms, you need to inform your physician.
Dr. Cater says he does not believe monkeypox will turn into another pandemic like COVID-19. The Kentucky chapter of the ACLU has filed a lawsuit trying to block the state's abortion ban from taking effect. The U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade on Friday. It allowed Kentucky's trigger law, which was already in place, to immediately ban procedures. The lawsuit targets that trigger law as well as the state's 6-week abortion ban. The ACLU is arguing that Kentucky state constitution already guarantees the right to abortion, which is the basis of the lawsuit. This November, a constitutional amendment will be on the ballot to ban abortion entirely. Today, Governor Beshear addressed the issue.
It is an extremist law that removes all options, even those who are victims of sexual assault, rape, or incest. I think I know about a case right now where we've got a 12, 13-year-old girl impregnated through a violent act. She and others deserve options if they want to consider them.
The ACLU has also filed a temporary injunction against Kentucky's trigger law in hopes to allow abortion procedures while this is all settled in court. Meanwhile, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell was in northern Kentucky today, addressing several key topics, including abortion. He spoke about the current Supreme Court justices appointed to the high court in recent years. He says he feels all of them are making decisions based on following the law rather than always following precedent.
Now, some have said, with regard to the abortion case, that precedent should always prevail. And I think we have a new county attorney here. I won't put her on the spot. But let me just say, precedent is important. It is important. But sometimes precedent is wrong.
In a statement today, Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron reacted to the ACLU lawsuit, saying, quote, "There is no right to abortion contained in the Commonwealth's Constitution, and we will stand up against any baseless claim to the contrary," end quote. It's summer, which means kids are out of school and could be more vulnerable to online harassment. Social media and game chat rooms can be dark places for children. Judy's Place for Kids Finance Director Rachel Bone says parents should present police with as much information as they can if their child is harassed.
You want to gather as much information about the attacker or the abuser as possible, a username, and just as much as information. Maybe it's a screenshot you can get of the chat itself.
Bone recommends discussing internet safety with your kids on a regular basis. A new holiday in Lawrence County and Fort Wayne, West Virginia is being celebrated for the first time today. WIMT's Jade Saylor was there to capture the celebration.
The mayors of Louisa and Fort Gay proclaimed June 27th as Bridge Day.
In 1906, the first bridge connecting Louisa and Fort Gay, West Virginia was opened on June 27th. So we're just kind of commemorating that.
Community members say the Fred M. Vinson Memorial Bridge is more than just a bridge.
It's Bridge Day, and we're going to walk across the bridge. That's kind of what connected this community and made it grow on both sides of the river to what it is.
Walking the bridge and celebrating historical landmarks in their towns.
The Tourism Commission just have been thinking of just, anything that we think of that might be interesting to people. So we're looking at historical things mainly, and I just happened to notice that today was the anniversary of the first bridge opening.
Community members from both sides of the bridge gathered to make the walk together.
We're going across the bridge, and the bridge connects 3 communities, Lawrence County, Kentucky, Louisa, and then there's a point section, so there's a turn in the right of the bridge, makes the bridge unique, and then at the end of the bridge is Fort Gay, West Virginia.
Aside from the walk, 2022 is also a big year for Lawrence County tourism.
I don't know that it's really just because it's Bridge Day or because it's the day, but it's just we're doing a lot of extra tourism things this year just because it's our bicentennial year.
Lawrence County has several other tourism events planned to celebrate their bicentennial. In Louisa, Jade Saylor, WIMT Mountain News.
Some of the events Lawrence County Tourism has planned will kick off this weekend with their 4th of July celebrations. You can stay up to date on everything on their Facebook page. The organization Save the Children facilitates its summer camp program each year to provide kids educational and engaging opportunities while out of the school. But this summer, the kids are the ones making an impact. On Monday, Save the Children summer camp attendees stopped by the Hazard Perry County Senior Center to paint with members of the center. The kids continued their day by hosting a parade for the residents of the Hazard Health and Rehabilitation Center, even dropping off activity bags for residents.
I would love to have them come back, or whatever else event that we could do with children, because they really do good with responding to the children. And the children do the seniors. They do good events together.
And as for the kids, they took home more than just art projects. One of the summer camp attendees, Philip Jones, says he had fun. The senior citizens made him laugh and that they were just real respectful people. Coming up at 11, the Williamsburg superintendent is reacting to the possibility of Juul products being banned in the U.S.
Well, it's a touch cool tonight, but some comfortable weather continues into tomorrow. Those details are next.
This is what my recovery